Today I want to talk about setting up external data sources to be able to view them in dashboards in Max. We sometimes get requests from our users to be able to view data in an external system, but not necessarily import it into Max. The data might not necessarily be exactly relating to the metal accounting, but they want to see it as a part of their daily processes. And rather than having to go to that external system, they just want to look at it directly in Max. So what I'm going to do with this example is set up a link to an external database separate to Max, and we're going to set up a dashboard that views data in that database. The database I've got is just a simple, crude example of a downtime database. It has a list of plant, a list of downtime reasons, and a list of downtime records, their duration, and so forth. It's a completely made up database just purely for this example. So let's set up a link to it. So we go to configuration, remote services, set up our SQL server here. So we'll call this my external downtime database. I'm just hosting the database locally, but it could be somewhere on the network that on which Max also resides. The database is called downtime database, and we'll set up our authentication. It's all pretty simple. So that's set up. So now we go over to our dashboards, and let's create a dashboard and get some data from it. So when we create a new dashboard, we're given a list of all the different data types that you have in Max, and you can select whichever ones you want and bring them into the dashboard. So we're going to create a new data source based on the database we've just created. So we've got it here, my external downtime database. And then we're presented with this form here where we can actually define the SQL for this database. But we're going to use this query builder, makes things a little bit easier. So as I said, we've got our three tables here. So we've got plant, downtime, and reasons. So what have we got? We've got the area of the plant, name of the plant. We want the reasons, a date, and duration. That looks pretty good. Then we're going to give this query a name. So we've got to say this external downtime. All right. So now when we search on external downtime, you'll see it's now listed here. And let's give our new dashboard a decent name as well. All right, let's build our dashboard. Let's make it really simple. We'll just set up a chart with by date, and we'll split the data up, maybe make a stacked bar chart for us to look at. So we want the argument's going to be on the date. So I'll say day, month, year. We want the values to be the actual duration. So we'll just sum up the total time. We'll make that a stacked bar, and let's split it up. Let's define a series for each downtime reason. So there we go. So we've got, this is showing us over time, the total downtime broken up by a reason. Let's add a couple of other filters here. So let's filter on, say, the plant itself or the area. Let's do the area, and then the plant, or the specific plant component. So let's do the name. So now we just adjust our filtering. We now got a dashboard that filters on a particular area. So it filters our whole chart, and we can even select the particular parts of the plant. So obviously I could do some more tidy up, change the labels, but our dashboard is ready for consumption. So it's now saved. We can come back to it any time, and this data is linked. This dashboard is linked to this external database. It's not pulling the data directly into Max. And so we could obviously build on this dashboard and add data sources, other external data sources, or even bring in data from Max itself, and we could start linking it together for comparison. So that's how we bring in some external data into Max, into our dashboards.